Oh, Frank's back.
Hello.
Hello.
Lem, can you fit in that crib?
Yeah, I absolutely
good.
can. It's where I sleep. This is my room.
That's where he stretches out a little bit. He gets a little space.
Yeah.
And that's his business class bed.
I can't tell. Is that a picture of Ric Flair above the crib?
That's my grandmother, who just passed, who just died 3 weeks ago. So let's keep this into the pod, please. Do not edit that out.
Oh shit!
I mean, it looks
That's
like
hilarious.
just a phenomenally bedazzled coat, and I just see the white hair. Like that. That's,
Yeah,
that's
she's
all
pretty
I see.
fancy. It's okay.
Woo!
That's Diamond Dallas Page's best friend, right, Steak?
Yep.
Frank, I don't know if you can hear me, but just know that I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure this stays in the pod. That was perfect.
That was so good. We could not have written a script better than that.
No.
Well, hey guys,
And it
welcome
makes
in.
sense. Oh,
Welcome
That was
into
funny.
this episode of Lour Asker Hours. This is at Beep Count. I am joined tonight by Pam, that is at Halloween Basic. I've got Steak Sauce there in Albuquerque. I've got Morgan from Australia, Steve Arduini. I've got, you just heard Fleminem there with his Ric Flair grandma. Woo! And also joined by Murph, Eric, Mike, Ryan fan account. What's going on, guys?
Hello.
Hey, hey.
what up?
So this is something that we've wanted to do for a little bit now, and we got some questions from all of you fans, and thank you so much for the participation and the feedback, and just number one, just being fans of us. I mean, we're obviously idiots, and
Yeah, what is wrong? What is wrong with all of you? You're fans.
yeah, you guys like us. It's the weirdest thing in the world. But hey, you guys sent us a bunch of questions, and we're gonna open up the old mail sack here, the old mail bag, and kind of answer some of your questions. Hope you guys are ready for it, because some of these are actually pretty good. I'm gonna start here with this one. This one actually goes out to anybody. This is from at Huerta Wait One from Pow. Could Flem take Streeter in a game of 1v1 in basketball?
I think I let everybody else take this one, right? I'm not even going to insult myself by answering that question. So if anybody else would like to.
I'd say yeah, because Flem is like scary looking, whereas Streeter's not.
Murph from the top rope.
I don't know.
Did
what
he just
you're-
take
what
us
you're
both
doing
out?
there. I think you may be doing something with some melanin or some. What are you doing
tattoos,
there,
right?
Eric?
No,
is it
like
the tattoos?
no build. Like Flem looks really buff, and
Do you know he's 4 foot
Streeter looks like.
Eric Scalabrini Jr.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to be like my natural resting bitch face or something that was.
Wait,
But yeah, I
did I
mean,
get his first name right? Is it Eric Scalabrini?
Brian.
It's Brian, I think.
Okay, I'll take that. Fine. I don't watch basketball, guys. Come on.
Eric is much scarier.
No, it's Brian, but I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I don't.
Perfect dismount.
I'm sorry, Flem, but I don't. I think that Streeter might body the shit out of you.
I expected you to go ahead and try to troll me that way, but yeah, there's no. I'm not even. Come on, y'all. This is a ridiculous question. Streeter, we're talking about basketball. We're talking about basketball.
I thought we were talking about Suey's.
Well, the question does specifically say 1v1 and the basketball emoji. If we're being technical here, so.
Yeah, if it was Suey's, I would have just muted my mic the entire time. Which the only question that would make me do that.
As much as I love the joke, Flem would destroy him in one-on-one basketball.
I agree.
He'd go straight through his legs.
All right, this one's
And
gonna.
Streeter would be really pissed about it too.
Little toy soldiers.
Toy soldiers.
Straighten up, little soldier.
This one's gonna go out. I'm gonna throw this one to Steve here because I think he is more apt to answer this one. This is from @the_bar on Twitter. What do the Falcons have to do to beat the Patriots?
Ooh, well, I think they already did it by getting rid of Tom Brady because he's the GOAT. They have to get Cam Newton to throw 2-yard slants to somebody's ankles. That's how it works. Patriots fucking suck now.
Fair enough. Very succinct answer. I appreciate that. This one I'm going to throw out to Steak because he is our resident WWE and all-encompassing wrestling fan here. This one is from Craig Kirkendall. He's the guy who wrote that letter to Dan about getting drugged when he was in Miami. All right, this is from Craig. In a battle royale, which of the Lour Rangers would be most likely to hide under the ring until the end of the match? And you can't say Flem.
Oh, good. That's
They
the
put that
equal.
in the question?
That is literally in the question. And you can't say @Fleminem _ raps.
It's because he can walk under the ring.
Let's see. That's a good one. Let's who's our heel? Who's our biggest heel? Mark? Mark's mean to everybody.
Yeah,
He's
Mike's super
smart.
mean.
That'd be like a Jerry the King Lawler type move. Just hide into the ring until everyone's there, and then Mark comes in and throws Drake out. I like it.
If we're going back about 3 or 4 months, I guess I'd be the heel.
Go back another 6. Go back another 6, and I'm right there with you, Pete.
He'll count.
That's a very, very deep cut, you guys.
Swings and roundabouts, guys.
So, well then, I guess I'm going to expand on Craig's question. In this battle royale of the Lour Rangers, who's getting eliminated first and who's winning?
Murph.
One's going out
Murph's
immediately.
gonna hug everybody, so he'll be
Murph
out.
over the top rope. He
Yeah.
can't get you out. No, Murph's out.
You just like put your hand on his forehead when he swings.
If you just put, like just push him over the top rope. Let's say.
You
Wait,
just-
like
yeah.
expecting violence? No, man, I don't play those games, man.
See, that's what we mean. Like we'll just pick you up and put you over the rope, like not hurt you. Just,
Gently.
yeah, just like, pick him up and place him over the top. Like, bye, Murph.
Give him a
I've
blanket.
learned in my life not to play those games.
I had us offering him a hug, and as he comes in for it, we just grab him and throw him over the rope.
Yeah, just like
He
pick him
loves a
up
good
and be
hug.
like,
Murph does seem like the guy that would love a great hug, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
And give one.
yeah,
Oh,
he's gonna love a
best
steak sauce
hugger
hug.
on the
I can
pod is
see it.
definitely going to be
Steak.
Steak
Yep.
and Murph. Steak and Murph are going to be my two top huggers in all of Lour Rangers.
You recently got a hug from me. How was it?
It was phenomenal. You know what? You smelled like a mix of aqua de Villa
Alcohol?
and tequila.
Alcohol.
Spot on,
and
man.
it was phenomenal. Like I got a contact buzz, which is great.
I feel like if you're small and Steak hugs you, like I'd be scared he'd pick me up off my feet while hugging just to like prove a point.
Well,
So
here's the thing.
Well,
I
that-
didn't
that and the fact
realize
he's
that Steak was
threatened everyone with
actually as tall as he is. He's a lot taller in person than he is in the Zoom room.
Yeah.
Not
So
relate
he's
to
taller
it.
in person than sitting down in a bedroom.
Correct.
Thank you, Steve.
That is 100% correct. Great observation there. Dude.
It's a
I'm
weekend
definitely winning the
observation.
Royal Rumble, right?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
No, you're gonna
Yeah.
pass out. You take too many naps.
sorry. You'd have to come in like 27th to win the Royal Rumble.
Maybe I do the Mark move and I just hide under the ring, take a nap under the ring, wake up at the end.
All right, this one's gonna be to Pam. This one is from a friend of the podcast at Yeti Blanc on Twitter. He's host of the Yes Maybe No Pod. He's also a producer on the Greg Cody Show with Greg Cody, or featuring Greg Cody with Greg Cody. This is how it reads. I don't know how to make this a question, but within the realm of the shipping container, not the actual people, but using the personalities, attributes, and things that the guys in the shipping container enjoy. What is Pam's dream date?
Hmm.
What the fuck was that question?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing?
So let me kind of let me read on here. Or describe her dream/mystery date based on a combination of the personalities, habits, etc. of the folks in the shipping container, and would that person be the one?
Oh, okay, I'm good.
Okay. So I'm gonna need I'm neurotic, so I'm gonna need Billy's neuroticism because I don't want to do anything that could get us injured or sick or so I'm gonna need that. Chris Cody's humor, for sure. Like that sense of humor, absolutely. I'm gonna need Dan's money because I don't want to go on a cheap ass date. I can do that by myself. I'm gonna need, let's see, Mike Ryan's looks. Man, what else is there? Not any parts of Stu Gotz's lying, because again, I can pick that man. I can pick a liar out on my own. What am I missing, y'all?
Love.
Putting in his hair.
I feel like you missed a lot of important characteristics of a relationship, and you were really focused on Dan's money.
Something tells me that you're not very good at this, Pam.
I said neuroticism and humor before money. Thank you. And I have married for love. That is a huge mistake. Marry for love the first time, marry for money anytime after that.
Sense of humor, Cody, right? Because I think he's
Chris Cody, absolutely. Billy will keep me alive. Chris will keep me entertained. Dan will fund the lifestyle to which I would like to become accustomed. And Mike will be pretty to look at. And Whitty has great hair.
Correct.
What are you doing with Roy? This
Take
is
care of your
the
mama.
thing you're doing.
Roy and I have similar food tastes. So Roy can pick what and where we're eating.
And both of you want Dan to pay for it. That's perfect.
Exactly. Fine by me.
Shots to go.
Perfect. I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm not too picky, obviously. Track record.
Maybe you could work on that, Peter.
Yeah, maybe I should be.
Little mystery crate mystery date. I think that's in the works there.
Boom. Make it happen.
All right. This one is from Caller Jake. Caller Jake asks, question for the Lomies. What's the first thing you remember listening to from the Levitard Show? Morgan,
Side note, Caller Jake is the guy that did the show song to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So good job, Caller Jake.
Shout out Caller Jake.
I think mine was Kirkjian. That was the first thing I really remember. And I was listening and I was like, when are they going to talk about baseball? And, I want to hear them talk about the Cubs. And then they kept going and I was like, wait, this is fucking hilarious. This is way better than talking about baseball.
Just cackling, laughing.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we be doing the thing where we tell Caller Jake and everybody else to go check out our Get to Know Your Lour Rangers for this answer? Because he clearly didn't.
That's a fantastic callback, Flem. You can listen to our entire catalog by downloading, rating, subscribing, reviewing to us on Apple Podcasts and also Spotify. You can see our entire catalog there, including all of our Get to Know Your Lour Rangers, all of our post game show, midweek mentions, Laughter the Club, and also our amazing interviews with people like Sarah Spain, Katie Nolan, Tim Kirkshin, Tom too, Tim Haberstroh,
Mina Kimes.
Beep. What was your first thing? Were we going around the horn for this, or were we just?
Yeah, we can go around the horn. Morgan, what was the first thing you remember?
I remember hearing the stat of the day. Sorry, Flem. Don't get triggered. And hating it and just getting angry at Jimmy and being like, turn that off. And yeah, that's what I remember. That was the first thing. The first thing I liked was Kirkjian.
Flem, how about you?
Yeah, my first time was on a Greg Cody Tuesday, and I just was wondering why this show couldn't get the clock right. I didn't know anything about the bit. I was like, this is weird. What's happening? So pretty cliche.
Awesome. Pam or Murph, what about yourself?
The first thing I remember was when are they gonna like Steak? When are they gonna get to the sports? Like they're not giving scores. What's happening here? The first thing I remember enjoying was the looks like game, which was probably like about a week into my listening. And I caught it and was like, oh my, the light came on. Now I get the show.
I still didn't get the show because I don't know what these people look like. I just liked the man's giggle.
Did you ever just Google the names as they were saying it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
So, like, I have to Google, like, 8 out of 10 people to figure out, like, I know what Andy Reid looks like. And I know what Adam Silver looks like. So I've got those two. But, like, most of the others, no idea.
My wife loves the show and she hates the looks like game, and she doesn't get it, doesn't understand it, and it's the biggest contention in our relationship because every time it comes on, I want to show her like new ones and let her listen, and she absolutely doesn't even get it, and it bothers me to this day. Just
Get a divorce.
I need to get that off my chest.
Divorce her again.
Yep.
I'm doing it day before the baby's born.
That's
He left
okay.
him
She's never going to
this
listen to
morning,
this,
so
so
he's
we're
halfway
good.
there.
That is true. She will never hear this.
Steve, did you go?
I did not yet. So I don't have like a specific moment where I like really got it and loved it, but the main thing I remember is when the first time Kenny G was on right before the Super Bowl, and he just played a note, and I usually watch the show, so I saw Dan's face react to it because it was the exact same moment that I did. Like, holy shit! Like, oh my god, Kenny G is playing the note. I created my Twitter that day, tweeted out that I need a cigarette after that. I got retweeted by the show. I'm like, oh, Twitter's easy, and then I realized it's not.
Eric, what about yourself? What's the first thing that you remember listening to from the show?
Probably Stan Van Gundy. Like they made funny content out of him, and I was like, wow, that's unique. I haven't heard him like that before. Because
His hot
normally
nuggets
I
right
would
in your
hear.
face.
Yeah, well, normally you'd hear him, during games, and you're getting nothing out of him. And then I went back and listened on YouTube to Dan's first show, where he's like really uncomfortable, and then he was saying something about how TO shouldn't be your kid's role model, you should be, and I was like, yeah, that's some good advice from Dan right there. So, yeah.
It's actually pretty good advice. T.O. shouldn't be anybody's role model. But neither here nor there. The first thing that I remember listening to was they had Frank Caliendo on the show, and he was doing impressions of Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter characters as like Al Pacino and stuff like that. That was the first thing I remember. And God, that was what, 2014 or something? Yeah. This is back when they were actually streaming from the studio on ESPNradio.com. They actually had that webcam on there, and that was the first time I actually saw the fat face. So, yeah. Anyway.
Is it a hot take if you say Frank Caliendo's not funny, and I've just never found him to be funny, or is that just like a 50-50?
No, I think it's fine. Most Franks aren't very funny.
Correct.
Wow. Set myself up.
Whoa.
I don't even know why I didn't see that coming. Let's move on.
It almost went right over your head too.
Yeah. Got it. Because I'm short.
Zigaki. And that's actually going to feed into this question here this guy wrote a freaking novel. This is from @ChaosKios. Kios? Anyway. Hey all. I'm going to apologize on the front end of this two-part question. For the sake of phlegm, I'll try to keep this short, but I make no promises. Just please don't hate me if I go on long. Let's strap it on, everyone. We're nearly halfway through the MLB season and thus entering the how do we fix baseball season. I also know that some of you don't know much to very little about the game, which is fine. I still love you guys. Thank you. What are some thoughts to improve interest in the game that isn't messing with the current dimensions or dumb pitch clocks? What do you think about abolishing the leagues and I'm not going to finish this question. Anyway, I just want to get the short joke in there. The second part of the question here is, I understand mayonnaise is practically required for deviled eggs, potato salads, egg salads, and even sometimes sandwiches, but I can't stand the stuff. What's a food or condiment that you can't stand but if it's part of a larger convergence of ingredients to make a meal or side dish that you will eat it. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening, and hashtag sorry not sorry.
Let me start because I brought Andy upon us, and I apologize. He was a guest on Steak and Drake, and man, he's just unbearable. Have you guys heard of Banana Ball?
No.
There's a team called the Savannah Bananas.
Oh yeah.
They play Banana Ball rules. So this is how we fix Major League Baseball. Every inning counts. So the teams that score the most runs in an inning get a point. 2-hour time limit. Game's over after 2 hours, no matter what. Batter steps out of the box, he's out. No bunt. If you bunt, you're ejected. Batters can steal first on a wild pitch. No walks. It's a sprint after 4 balls. So the hitter will sprint to first, to second, wherever, and the catcher has to throw the ball to every position player. One-on-one showdown tiebreaker. This is the big one. Each team picks one pitcher and one hitter to face off. And the hitter puts the ball in play. He has to score and make it home to get a point. If the ball is put in play, the pitcher has to chase the ball and throw the ball to the catcher for a play at the plate. First team to reach 5 points wins. No mound visits. If a fan catches a foul ball, it's an out. What do you think?
Congrats on your out today, Beep.
I think just trampolines in the outfield.
Just trampolines in the outfield. Lazy River warning track.
Yes, Lazy River all day. I sent you guys that picture of the Dr. Pepper ballpark here in Frisco, and it was phenomenal. Yeah, I am.
The second thing Andy said.
The second thing was about the mayonnaise. The part of the question is, what's a food or condiment that you can't stand, but if it's part of a larger convergence of ingredients to make a meal or side dish that you will eat it?
Yeah, I got this. Cheese. I fucking hate cheese.
That's not a condiment, is it?
It's a whatever. I hate cheese.
A food or condiment.
It's a food.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for listening, Flem. I hate cheese very much, but I will eat pizza. But I will not eat chicken parm because it has cheese on it. But I will eat pizza, which has cheese on it. I won't eat lasagna, but I'll eat pasta with cheese in it because I just pick and choose what I don't like for no reason, even when I haven't tasted it, because I'm a jackass.
I'm with you on the cheese. You know, I'm not a big fan, but of course the pizza, I'll put a little Parmesan on the old pasta, little.
Oh, I won't put it on. I will never go out of my way to put anything on. Like, I will not put it on top of anything. If it comes in the dish that I've ordered, then like a risotto, it's in there. I'll eat it.
Okay.
But I'm never going to use it.
I don't understand, like queso dip. This is a topic for another day. I just don't understand how people don't like cheese. I'm not answering the question because I have no clue what the first half meant. Didn't really care to listen the second time it was asked. And Andy, using mayonnaise and deviled eggs as your reference or point of reference is the whitest thing I've ever heard. So, like, you don't deserve an answer.
Guys, why?
That is a great angelic voice there, Steve. I appreciate that.
That was.
My dad's a rock star. I get it.
I say tomatoes. I hate tomatoes on everything except BLTs.
I hate tomatoes on everything.
Yeah, me too. I hate tomatoes.
I like onions, but only things cooked in onions. I can't actually eat the onion.
Oh, I don't like a raw tomato. I don't even say tomato. It's a tomato. Ugh. I don't. That was really annoying. I hate myself. I don't eat raw tomatoes, but I eat cooked tomatoes.
Steamed, cooked.
Like
Tomato, potato.
Cooked in sauce.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Anyone else?
Thanks for ruining this, Andy.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Your answer
Why
was
is it that
almost
we
as long
hate
as his
Franks?
question.
We now hate Franks and we hate Andes. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Fandies.
Our next question is from Danielle.
Oh,
Anyway, this one is from @Glenn_Stir. Question for the mailbag: why the hell can't I join up and be a Lour Ranger? Damn it! Question mark! Exclamation point! Question mark. That's a great question.
He's got to ask steak. That's pretty much a guarantee.
The main reason is because I'm not allowed to add people anymore. That's why.
So
75K
go ahead and send us your
initiation fee.
So
Yeah,
your
there's an
initiation fee has to
now.
be paid in full for a full year.
Yep.
Your dues, obviously, and then also an application with 3 references by people not already in the Lour Rangers, and that has to be mailed to us, not email, not DM'd, an actual physical handwritten letter. That's how you get in.
And you have to send it to Australia.
And agree to edit every pod.
We can't afford to send to Australia, Morgan.
That's the point, Steve.
Oh, I know.
Glenster's been on relegated FC. That's good enough for you, buddy.
Maybe that's why Mina Kimes never sent me a hat.
Is this the soccer guy?
Still haven't got it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Pam's all. I love that ad-lib. Yeah, take that, Mina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this
in
the
your
soccer
face.
guy? Is that who Glenn is? No,
This is
yeah.
soccer buddy Flem, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You'll never be on. You can do all the things Beat just said, but it's not happening.
And this one here is from @TheRealHairBear. Who is your favorite Chris Whittingham fan account?
The next one.
Correct. The next one that's made. But this is the question that I like, because I think we've sort of talked round about this on post game a while ago. Would you stub your toe every day for a year for $1 million? The conditions for this are that you never break your toe, it occurs randomly every day, you are barefoot every time it happens, and it is a random toe every time.
I would literally I would die if I had to stub my toe every day. We all know this. Next, anybody else can answer this.
Like, I am the most uncoordinated person in the world. I have 2 broken fingers on 2 hands from different things this weekend. Yes, I'll stub my toe. It happens anyway.
When Steve stubs his toe, the coffee table breaks.
Exactly right. Steve stubs his toe and his house falls down.
We should do a whole like Chuck Norris thing for my toe against things.
If you stubbed your toe at Jeff's house, his whole house would fall down.
My toe is the only thing that can take out Jeff's head.
Chuck Norris
was tracing the
toes pajamas.
The Jeeps, the Tyrannosaurus Jeeps.
The toe is chasing the Jeep.
Yeah,
Is it $1 million after taxes?
Oh Jesus!
Oh God!
Of course, you found a way to bring it back
yes,
to that.
after taxes.
I would cut off all my toes for $1 million.
Let's say it's before, Eric. Are you saying no?
I mean, it's still $750 at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe $649,999.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do.
So
I'll
more
do,
than
I'll
I've
do
got
either.
right now.
I'll do either. I'll do either.
But if it's
I'm glad we convinced
classified
you.
as if it's classified as gambling winnings, I don't have to pay tax on that. So sucked in.
If you put it into a 401k, you still don't pay tax on it anyway, so you're good to go. Cool.
But that means you can't get to it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I was
Pam and
gonna
I need
say,
to get to
there's
it.
no way
We
I'm putting
need
that in
that
401k.
money. We need shit. There's a new Ivy Park release coming. We need that.
We need.
Okay, carry on. Sorry.
And I'm pulling up any more questions that may or may not have come in. Okay, so this one is from @8mswain on Twitter. So Woody admitted that he's never had a Snickers. What's a very common candy or food that you have never eaten?
I've never had a Snickers.
That's really surprising. Like,
I don't
Have
eat nuts.
Snickers in Australia?
Yeah, is it like common there though?
Yep, very common.
Oh.
Snickers. The tagline is "Get some nuts."
sign me up.
Snickers, get some nuts. Yep, I don't like nuts, so I've never got one.
I don't like coconut. So what's that little shitty coconut?
Mounds
chocolate?
or
Pounds.
Yeah, I never had
Almond
one.
Joy.
Yeah.
Here the coconut thing's called Bounty. It's crap.
I've never had
like the
Vegemite.
pigtail?
Oh, Vegemite's awful.
Well,
Don't do it.
that's not a common food though here in America, right?
What do you mean? There's 25 million people here that eat that shit.
Did Beat make it have to be an American food?
Yeah, I know. So myopic.
Well,
So myopic.
It is very myopic, but that'd be like, hey, Morgan, you ever had green chili?
Oh, gee. Or anybody that isn't from New Mexico.
We get it, New Mexico. We're cool guys.
Apparently, I don't say that enough because Juju thought I was from Arizona. So I need to talk some more about being from New Mexico.
Hey, do you guys like beef brisket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love a good brisket.
Do you not?
No, I like it. It's good.
All right, we're at that
So-
point of the night, everybody.
Eric, the question wasn't what's a common food that you like. It's what's
Do
a
you guys
common
like
food
pizza?
that you've never eaten.
You guys like sandwiches, huh?
Yeah.
We're talking briskets, going as hard as we can.
I've never had brisket. What's brisket?
Well, hold on. I'm glad you're trying to save Eric from this. But Eric, what did you think the question was? Just out of curiosity.
He doesn't care.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to.
You know how his brain works, man. It's nothing but weed, smoke, and dinosaurs up there. You know?
Something like that. No, I really like brisket.
Eric, this is the best part of this podcast.
Totally
Oh my
redeem yourself.
I had a story for you, Eric. We found like the bones of this undiscovered dinosaur in the middle of like outback Australia, and it's like one of the top 10 like size-wise biggest dinosaurs they've found, and they've like it's in the middle of nowhere, but they've built this tiny museum thing to this dinosaur, and I want to take you there, but you'll probably die.
Dude, let's go. And Barrett knows how to dig with that type of stuff, so we gotta take him
Barrett
too.
is a liar, Murph. He doesn't know how to dig. He doesn't know how to catch birds. Don't listen to him.
That's a deep cut. Him
Grits. My
catching a
answer is
seagull.
grits.
Wait,
Oh,
do you
that's
like grits or
topical.
you've never had grits?
I've never had grits.
Yeah,
Maybe
same
we'll talk
actually. I
about
never
that
had
this
grits.
morning.
Delicious.
Sorry about the bad timing. I was going for the joke where I just stopped them with the word grits and just tried to bring it back, but I haven't had grits before, so
I've never had an artichoke.
I think I've had.
Ooh.
I like oysters.
I've never had eggplant parmesan.
Eggplant freaks me out. It's like you're trying to be a meat. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Get
You're a
outta here.
fraud. It's a fraud food. I don't
Really
like fraud
is.
foods.
It's a
That's
fruit.
tofu,
Emojis.
Yeah.
tofu, eggplant, frauds.
Is eggplant trying to be a meat or like a carb? Because isn't it usually like trying to be its pasta?
Like the eggplant parm. It's like it's trying to be the chicken parm of the
yeah.
parm.
You're right.
Yeah, it's trying to
Right.
be the protein.
Yeah.
It's
No,
weird.
no thanks.
It's more of a protein than a protein.
rat ass hoe.
I like that. I
think-
that
I think-
oysters leave the like taste of the ocean in your mouth.
Eric, we need to smoke together soon, man.
Eric,
Whoever asked this question somehow produced the best segment.
This was candy bars.
And now we're getting to the ocean in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know what also leaves the taste of the ocean in your mouth? The ocean.
Yeah, $2. Walk to it.
I love you, Murph. You're the best.
And that's going to do it for us tonight here on Lour Asker Hours. Thanks a lot for submitting your questions. This is something we kind of hope to do more frequently. We will send out some posts here to have you guys ask us these questions. And if you want to submit a question, you can also do it through our DMs on Twitter, our DMs on Instagram, or send us a 5-star review on our Apple podcast. This has been at BeepCount on Twitter. Again, joined by at Halloween Basic on Twitter. That's Pam. We got Steak Sauce in Albuquerque, Morgan from Australia, Steve Arduini, Flem and M, Raps, and Eric there in the middle of nowhere. Thanks a lot.
Be better next time, callers.
Thank you for listening.
Good times. Eric, way to land that.
God, that was
Finish
fucking
it. You killed it, Eric.
phenomenal.
Yeah, you crushed it.